All right, y'all. So we are about to watch this report with VP Harris's special request. Trump said that Harris made an odd debate demand. As of now, the debate's supposed to be on September 10th, September 11th, September 10th, I believe. At first it said September 11th. Now it's September 10th, whatever the case may be. Me personally, this whole back and forth is actually ticking me off a little bit, and it's really making VP Harris and her campaign look pretty bad. VP Harris did post a tweet saying how Trump doesn't want the mics turned off and whatever the case may be, like, or Trump doesn't want the live mics. And I'm just like, at this point, why are we nitpicking? Why are we nitpicking? Like, it's making, like, they're just making it about him and less about the people. Like, if you're ready to debate, get on the stage and debate, whether the mics are live or not. And the fact, I'm gonna be honest, like, I think Trump is actually being kinder when it comes to this debate stuff than I personally would sort of say. Mainly because when we look at what he did with the Joe Biden debate, he entered the territory when the territory wasn't even in his favor. Like, let's be honest. I don't care if you're a Trump fan or not. That first debate with him and Joe Biden was definitely in Joe Biden's favor. He wanted a live audience. Joe Biden didn't want a live audience. He said, okay. He wanted the mics turned off, or he wanted live mics at the time. Joe Biden didn't want live mics. He's like, okay. He wanted, Joe Biden wanted certain news outlets to cover it. Trump wanted more news outlets to come in. He still went with the flow. And then he entered the territory that wasn't in his favor. And honestly, Biden lost in that one. So to see this upcoming debate, Trump, he even proposed, I think, 3 different debates. VP Harris didn't agree to none of them. Well, VP Harris agreed to one of them. And now it's like, if y'all agreed to this debate and agreed with the same rules, why are we trying to nitpick? Like, is this like a power trip at this point? Like, I personally just don't get it. I don't like it. I think it's more about, they're trying to make it more about themselves. I wouldn't even say they. I think VP Harris is making it more about what puts her in the best position rather than just going in there prepared. I also read that she wanted notes. I don't know if that's true or not, but if that is, what are we doing? What are we doing? So let's go ahead and start this video and see what they're reporting on.
Byron Donald. Now let's talk about the debate upcoming soon. Trump says Harris had a special request for next week's debate. Roll tape.
Did her campaign, when they said that they wanted to change the rules that they had agreed to, did they ask for notes? Did they ask for the debate?
They wanted notes.
They wanted to be seated, and they wanted your mic hot.
They wanted a desk. They didn't want to do, I said, you got to do a stand-up.
After they already agreed to the other.
Yeah, but they wanted a desk from the beginning. You know who else wanted a desk? Sleepy Joe. He wanted it.
Congressman, I'm being rather...
Yeah. Okay, so I didn't even know that's brand new. That's brand new news to me. I didn't know Joe Biden wanted a table at first. I thought they both wanted a stand-up debate. Not that it changes anything, but okay. The notes thing, I don't know why you would want to bring notes to a debate. I understand refreshing your mind, the memories and so forth, but that takes away from the concept of an actual, like, political debate. When you are at a political debate, I don't know if y'all have been to one, but sometimes they'll have like blank paper and pen, like to write down throughout the debate, pointers to go back to, but you don't really bring notes to a debate. Like, that's the point of, like, you have to study, you have to know the policies you're pushing, you have to know your talking points, and you have to know your argument points. So, like, bringing the whole notes thing, like, so you have things to read off of, or I don't know, that's just not it for me.
Here, but why do you think she wanted notes? Why not a teleprompter?
Well, she wants notes because she can't remember the policy positions that she's talking about right now. Let's just be very clear. All the things that Kamala Harris is going out on the campaign trail and saying, why didn't she sponsor that when she was a member of the United States Senate? She's the #2 official in our government. How come she didn't have conversations with Joe Biden to get that stuff done right now? All these things are coming up because she wants to be president of the United States, not because she believes them, not because they're her core principles, her core ideas. So you need notes if you're trying to explain something that's really not in your mind for a long period of time, things you've already thought through and had real ideas about. These ideas are brought up by.
He makes a point there because those who've been following VP Harris, like I said, she was very much more like okay, here's progressive. Like, she was a little bit further out of progressive. Like, she was very, very left. So, like, I can see the strategy of her campaign trying to bring her back into the center. This is what I spoke about in my last video, why I was kind of confused why they brought Tim Walz as a VP. I don't think he takes away from the campaign, but I don't think he adds much to it, mainly because when you're choosing your VP, you want to bring someone in that can fill in the holes where you lack. And I thought she was going to go towards more of a Mark Kelly route, as Mark Kelly is more centered. And also Mark Kelly has a bipartisan bill when it comes to immigration and our border policy. And that's where VP Harris lacks too. So, yeah, I agree with Byron on that point when it comes to, the memorization of the new policies that they're trying to like bring her more centered in, because the whole notes thing in debates, like, that's not, even Joe Biden didn't use notes, and that's foreign.
That's why she needs notes. And listen, America can see it. 50 days now, she did one interview with Tim Walz, and it wasn't very good at all. Quite frankly, notes in order to perform. She needs the teleprompter in order to perform. I am glad that there are no notes. If you want to be president, Kamala Harris, let's see what you have. Let's not see what the consultants have for you.
Ooh.
Great stuff today. Congressman Byron Donalds, thank you very much for being with us.
So let's see what you have, not what the consultants have. Wow. So honestly, I'm not going to lie. I agree with Byron Donalds. And it's crazy because a lot of people think that he may be up next. Like, if Trump were to win this upcoming election, he thinks that Byron Donalds will be somebody that Trump will pass the baton to. Me personally, I don't think so. I think probably someone like Ron DeSantis is somebody that Trump will pass the baton to, or try to at least. And then Byron Donalds would be like a governor for some time and then maybe move up to president. I don't know. Not me planning people's lives that I haven't even met in real life yet. But no, I don't think it makes Harris look good for wanting notes if it is true. I just don't think. I feel like when you're a president, like, it's not a playground. Like, you just have to know your stuff. You have to study your stuff. You have to know your policies, and you have to like be 10 toes down on it, because people are going to question you for it. From a strategy standpoint, I was making my TikTok about this. Follow me on TikTok. I don't think it's smart that VP Harris isn't putting herself out there when it comes to interviews, when it comes to just like going on different platforms, et cetera, et cetera. I think that she needs to not wait for a debate as big as that, her first debate as a presidential candidate, to be like the first real time that people see her in action. Mainly because the interview that she did with Tim Walz, in my opinion, wasn't good. So it's just like she needs to have her cadence, especially when it comes to media. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very interesting, to say the least. But I want to know what y'all think. Let me know your thoughts on the comments down below. Do you think that it's necessary for her to have her notes? Do you think people are just nitpicking and making it deeper than what it really is? What do you think? Let me know your thoughts on the comments down below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you're notified whenever I post a new video. Follow me on my social media. I love y'all all. God bless y'all. This is Udo at Connecting People with Policy. Toodles.